Hello everyone, welcome to our second full moon in Capricorn report. We had our first full moon on the 21st of June, and this is the second one. So I want to talk a little bit about this moon. It's quite a punchy moon, which means it could affect you quite a lot because having Capricorn come in twice can be quite an effective thing. So without further ado, let's get into our report for this full moon. So the tagline for this full moon is second chances are like glittering gold dust. Let the moon bring you the gold you seek. This full moon in Capricorn brings the feeling of deja vu. As we dive into our second visitation, we're being treated to a rare blue moon. It's on July 21st, and it's exactly a month after the June full moon, as I said before. It's at 3:17 a.m. Pacific time, 6:17 a.m. Eastern time, and 11:17 a.m. UK time, occurring at 29 degrees and 9 minutes of Capricorn. We have quite a lot highlighted here. For a start, as the moon is at 29 degrees, it's on the anaretic degree. This is a critical point. So if you think about it, although it's referred to as 29, it's sliding to 30, which means this moon will be more powerful than the last one. There is a sense of urgency highlighted by this degree point. Note this can be debilitating. Think of this way there may be think of the way that there may be a sense of freedom or overwhelm as well, feeling stressed out, and you might also just think that you need a break. In essence, this may be the case, yet you are also being called to see where your limitations are and to work to move past them. Are you ready to get past the habits that are toxic to you and move forward in a bolder way? Are you ready to be called to your sovereign self and your authentic self too? Let's think of Capricorn ruled by Saturn. It's a cardinal sign, it's a strong sign, it calls you to check in on how you are evolving. What themes, ideas, thoughts drifted into your consciousness when we hit the last full moon in Capricorn? Because these themes are impressing the need for you to pay attention to them. You are being asked and called the depth of expression that may be unusual for you, yet it wants you to step out, seek the creativity within yourself, and recognize that you are showing what you're showing to the world. Capricorn is all about your public image and career. With what is coming up for you in these areas, you're being called to tune into transformation. And as this is your second opportunity, really let the energy lean into what is strong and is illuminating for you. Now, I do want to point out that obviously the opposing sign to Capricorn is going to be the Sun in Cancer. So you'll be working on themes of career and your outward appearance, as well as your safety and security. And it's about getting a balance between the two. Capricorn links into financial security, while Cancer asks you to tune into your safety and security. This moon asks you to let go of all the old and to be ready to move into change. Sun trine Neptune and Moon sextile Neptune 2 are being called to the new in a way that's spiritual and from within. It's kind of lit from within. And this pulls us into a new sense and a way of awakening. Pluto sextile Neptune, and Neptune is sextile Uranus. And this is setting up a way for you to step into your creativity and tune into the space that you want to occupy in this universe. Saturn in Pisces wants to show you what you need, what just needs to go, okay? It's very clear about this. This is Saturn, so there may be some discomfort. All Father Time will put the screws on you and ask you to get things done, as it pulls you to understand the letting go process. Mars trine Pluto brings in the power of creation. It will be able to bring in more movement to your life. Let this strength of this planet assist you so that you can take on more, and never know, you might find yourself being able to do more than one thing at a time. if you use this guidance well. Uranus is square Mercury, and this brings us the power that we need, and it helps us to step into a authentic new style of thinking. So ways you've never thought of before or behaved before. I want to say that this is intuitive and falls into a state like channeling. It also taps into your shadow, which could challenge you as well. I would say use this to tune into where you are ready to be brave. Jupiter at 12 degrees is sextiling Venus in Leo and bringing in a sense of momentum and movement to the proceedings. The square between Venus and Mercury is asking you to tap into speaking with love, using the divine spark that you have within you as you talk and conversate in your daily life. The conjunction between the full moon and Pluto is an intense energy that could put the screws on you to complete something or finalize something that has been hanging in the air. Whether this is something you're trying not to face or not, you are being asked to close out the old so you can step into the new. You'll be able to do this. It might call you to face things that make you uncomfortable. Some things just need to be sorted out, whether you like it or not. Invite in a new chapter by being truthful with yourself about the things that are not working. Completion is highlighted. I want you to remember that Pluto will be going back into Capricorn September the 2nd, and that goes into sort of late November. It's about the 22nd of November, I think. And this rebound back into Capricorn at 29 degrees will create a space in which you're brought back the themes that you've not dealt with fully yet. This is about being in your own power, stepping into the path of the heart, and making the way of being the rule rather than the exception. Because often what's happening here is that we're changing our ways, but then falling back into old tried and tested ways of doing things because we're afraid to move forward. Now remember that Capricorn is a powerful sign. It sees us into the year. It's the sign that sees us into the year. It's also the sign that sees us out. There's a strength to this, as no other sign can do this. Essentially, you're being held by it. This moon is powerful and it's busy, and a rather positive chart, which is bringing you a chance to make the changes necessary so you can move forward into the next chapter of your life. The same goes for countries and the world at large. The old is closing out to make way for the new aspect and things that are necessary. So now we're going to be doing our tarot cards for this new moon. So let's have a look. So I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which is conceived of by A.E. White and designed by Pamela Coleman-Smith. So I get 2 cards for the full moon. So this moon in Capri. Now remember, we've already had 2 cards for the full moon in Capri, which was the previous one. And this is where this blue moon wants to take us. We get 2 cards. Angel's going to have 2 cards. I like what's come out. Saw one of them. So let's have a look. Oh wow, these are amazing. So you've got the star. It's lovely. Just breathe that in and take a moment to settle into the energy of the star and recognize why it's come for you. Now the first thing I want to say is you've been really, really hopeful, and it's almost like you're crossing your fingers, you're crossing your toes, you're not really sure whether something will come to fruition. Well, this Star of Hope says the wish can be granted. You can have what you desire, you can have what you want. You just need to have some kind of positivity to it. Now, although in this Star of this, she's kind of giving away the goods, she's letting go of the water that she's been given. But this energy, the angels are saying, is to show you that you can have more, so much more, that you don't need to keep everything of what you've got and you can share it with others. There's something very beautiful about this. And this Capricorn full moon is going to help you to release, close, and be done with certain aspects of your life so you can move into a new space and a new trajectory, okay? And then we've got the Four of Wands, and I love this card because I feel it's, I always see it as stability, safety, security. Why it's so good? Because it's stabilizing. It's stabilizing. So you've got the Capricorn sun, the Cancer sun and the Capricorn moon connecting in together, creating a harmonious element and being able to understand how to have family and work and to work them so that it works with your life in a whole cohesive way. This is what this energy is telling you. It's about cohesion, connectivity, stability, safety, security. And in that safety and security, it will give you the promise, and it will grant you the opportunity to have life, job, work, everything in a way that works for you and is solid for you. And because you have the Star of Hope, you're just being called to follow your North Star and to really know where you're meant to be going in a greater way. So things are more fruitful for you as opposed to weaker. And there is a strength to this full moon, a real strength, a strength that you maybe never felt before. And it's a new thing. And we've not had it before. I mean, like I say, it's rare to have a blue moon, right? So it's about really tuning in to the opportunity that's been presented to you, actualizing it, connecting into it and being with it, and recognizing that you're being given the opportunity to let go of the things that do not work for you. Now I want to explain one little thing. The angels are bringing it through. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, okay? And Saturn is Father Time, as I've already said in this report, right? Now, this is what's been going on here is divine timing. You're being divinely orchestrated to move where you need to go. This isn't about choice in some ways. Now, we do have free will, and I believe in free will, but we also have what they call field key moments, which are moments where we need to do certain things. This, at the moment, is opening the door to all those field key moments and releasing things that need to be gone, so you can move into a new chapter and you can actualize a new beginning in a new space that is going to supercharge you once Pluto drops out of Capricorn in November fully, and we go back into the Aquarius energy, and then we start riding that way for a good 20 odd years. So yeah, so that's what is happening. So yes, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? It's like, oh my goodness, we are going into a new way of being, which is country-wise, nation-wise, worldwide. It's going to change a lot of things. There's going to be lots of drive to change, and with Aquarius at the helm, there's going to be a lot to be kind of buckling up. You want to buckle up because it might be a bumpy ride, okay? And make sure that you've got everything crossed before you get there, okay? Before you get to that space. So this moon may affect you if you have personal planets 24 to 30 degrees of the cardinal signs. And it may also affect you if you have Sun, Moon or Ascendant in Capricorn or Cancer, which is less aspected, but you may get that. Now the full moon release for this full moon is go inwards and seek habits and ways of being that you are ready to release. If you go inwards, check in on them and make it happen so that you can start moving forward into this great new wave of being and see life in a way that's different for you in all ways. So there you go, my lovelies. That is your full moon in Capricorn report. Thank you so much for joining me. Do have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed full moon in Capricorn. If you got this far, please do give me a thumbs up. I would absolutely love it. And also, if you've been watching my videos and you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. There may be some videos up there for you to check, which are probably going to be my daily angel tarot readings for you. Namaste, everyone. Have a beautiful full moon. And if the energy does get a little bit much for you, do take space, pause and reflect. Take care, everyone. Bye. Lots of love. Bye.